We go to Daybreak for set number 3, Daybreak LE to be exact, and starting in the bottom left as the orange Terran is Light, as he represents the CJstars team. His opponent in the upper right, the blue Protoss, is Terminator, representing the captain of the Swarm team.
Not just the captain, but a race of killer robots as well.
No doubt about that. The Terminator here as the blue Protoss. Daybreak, very good balanced map. It's been around for, of course, very long time in Starcraft 2.
Yeah, it was one of the, I guess, first maps we saw from the map contest to be included in. It's not originally a Blizzard map. It was created outside of Blizzard, and it just was so popular, all the tournaments started picking that up. And something that's really been analyzed about this map is the third base, and people have really said that as far as map balance goes, the third base on this map, Daybreak, it's not too far and it's not too close. It's in that sweet spot, and a lot of map makers try to replicate the success of this map in their own maps, while still really being able to differentiate their maps from others.
Well, certainly Daybreak, one of my favorite maps to play on, as well as to watch games on. Obviously, maps that you like to play on becomes more comfortable to watch because it's more familiar with you as you're watching to see the familiar places of the battles. Terminator going double assimilator off the start, trying to gas up as much as possible.
Yep. The Terminator is going to probably go down one of two paths. The first path is he could just go for a very fast Stargate and go for the Oracle play. And he does have 3 on each geyser, so that's looking pretty likely here. He may do a little bit of harassment with like a Zealot or Stalker and a potentially Mothership Core earlier on, but if you're going to go for this much gas so early, it's a really big sign, a tell, that, hey, I'm going to go for Stargate second, I'm going to rush out that Oracle as fast as possible and head over to your base and try to do as much damage as I can.
Light starting up a factory as he walls in.
The factory is going to allow him to get some Widow Mines that will help out against the Oracle attack and harassment, and Light will also be able to follow this up with a Medevac Widow Mine drop if he so wishes to.
Terminator chrono boosting on his Nexus as he heads out to scout now with his probe.
And the reactor is almost complete. Will we see the starport go down? Yes, the starport does go down. And now I'm actually curious to see, is it going to make Hellions here?
We shall see. Double Hellion it is for Light.
Quite interesting. We haven't seen this build in a long time. Occasionally it'll happen, but I think we're going to be seeing a proxy Stargate here come down from Terminator.
He's got a bit of a grin on his face right now as that pylon completes, and indeed there is the Stargate for Terminator, keeping it very close, perhaps the closest proximity to the main base of Light before obviously being able to get in. And Hellions doing a beeline, so to say, towards Terminator's base. Mothership Core is out for Terminator.
Uh-oh, there's actually nothing at Terminator's main base to really deal with these Hellions here. And they're just going to waltz right in there.
And yeah, there's nothing at all. One Stalker back at the base, and Probes being roasted right now.
Light just essentially toying with his opponent right now, poking in and out. And now that the reinforcements are there, he's going to kind of, you know, try to be a little annoying, but Light could have certainly killed way more probes from that engagement. He only gets one that time.
Yeah, certainly not the best micro, so to say. Oh, here we go again. A fleet beacon on its way for Light, or sorry, for Terminator. As Light is on his way with the Medevac. He's got a couple of Widow Mines there as well. He's going to load up, and let's see how successful he is with this drop. Meanwhile, Oracle on its way over to Light's base, taking out 2-3 SEVs. Backs off, and meanwhile, at the same time, here's the Widow Mine drop into the main base, and He's able to get one shot off with one Widow Mine. The other one being picked up again by the Medevac.
Yeah, where is the planetary nexus there? Sorry, the nexus cannon. There it is. Finally goes down. And
taking the Medevac out. Yeah. Now, the Widow Mine is still there.
Mm-hmm. And there's no detection to deal with this Widow Mine, though. That's the biggest issue here. And with the Fleet Beacon, I think he's going to actually go for Tempest this game. I have a feeling.
Taking out 2 probes with that Widow Mine. Tempest, it is coming out for Terminator, and very close proximity to the base of Light, so it's going to get there in a hurry. Meanwhile, a couple more Widow Mines trying to sneak into base here. One taken out, both taken out without doing any damage.
There's actually no Widow Mines on Light's main base here, and this Tempest is going to, slowly, work away at this army here for Light, but it's just going to take way too long for that to actually happen. And also, you can out-repair a Tempest DPS if you have SCVs repairing a single Viking.
Another Widow Mine trying to get in, but defended well by Terminator. And as you mentioned, there's the Viking with the SCVs trying to repair it to chase the Tempest away. Does so successfully. Hellbats on their way for Light now.
Yeah, he actually has 6 on the field, and I guess he's just going straight for Terminator's base here. And the thing with Hellbats is, once you get enough of them, they're actually cost-efficient against Stalkers. They're pretty good against them. And so you get a lot of other support units and heavy tech units to really deal with them.
And both Stalkers are taken. Oh, no, one getting away.
Disadvantage of the Hellions, they're just so darn slow.
SCVs being pulled off here by Light as they head over to Terminator's base.
The games, they just get more and more ridiculous as time goes on here. We're literally, it's just gone like up and up and up, more and more craziness from one game to the next.
Well, the one thing is that Terminator doesn't have any SCVs to kill along that mineral line of Light's main, but here come the SCVs pushing forward, and the Oracle doesn't have to go too far to take some of these SCVs out. Finally, the Oracle's taken out as well. Hellbats pushing forward, SCVs helping out. The Photon Overcharge being used from the Nexus to help defend. There is a cannon there as well as probes are taken off the mineral line. Hellbat's finally taken out.
I think that there's the Nexus cannon. Its time is done now, and those probes are all stacked up.
Oh, taking a bunch out is the Hellbat as it's roasting away. One Stalker left, and the Tempests are forced to turn back for Terminator. And these probes, just a couple left, as the Hellbats are doing a ton of damage right now.
Yeah, unfortunately for Light, though, the Hellbats, they can't target those Tempests, their air units, and with those last few units down, I think that's going to be it for our Terran player.
And finally, the Hellbat is taken out. Not anything. One mule mining back at the base of Light, taken out by the Tempest. There is just nothing going on back there. He's got 0 supply, and there is GG. Terminator is your winner.
All right, so
a crazy game, I think, to say the least.
Yeah, now the real question is, can anyone else outdo that game?
That is a good question. Both players going with crazy builds once again. All sorts of different action going on, but in the end, Captain of the Swarm go on to take the victory as they are now leading this best 3 out of 5 series 2-1. Let's talk about the build orders. These guys went Tempest early on for Terminator. Meanwhile, Light pushing in